just hearing you speak, and if people watched throughout the series, like most of the horror stories, common traps, it seems to be the ones that make most sense in theory. Like if you remember, like you go back, oh, I have an over personalized funnel, makes sense, right? Perfect sense actually. PMax makes perfect sense when you go back, like, oh, I have search ads, I can show on YouTube, I believe, like discovery, all these placements, I get visibility, I get conversions. Again, perfect sense if you're not a seasoned marketer, right? If you're not in the ad channels every day. And that's maybe too why it's an easy sell for people and why they want to do it. Because again, in theory, it makes perfect sense, but the reality is that not so much. And can you imagine like that client, they spent 100K on PMax. Can you imagine if they hired, even if it's like a consultant to advise them on the decision to launch PMax, even if they paid the guy or the girl like 5K, just tell me yes or no.
Yeah,
They
it would be
would
worth
say
it.
95K.
Yeah.
And that's the type of know-how that sometimes in-house teams don't have, or maybe because the marketers leave the companies, or whichever the case might be. That's fine. But ultimately, that know-how, that value, like that's why we have senior marketers that not only launch campaigns for you, because that's eventually going to get automated. That's the truth.
Yeah.
They are a partner, and that's the stuff, that's the real value.